Intro text. Creating Matt's home. It's not set and forget. Landscape scene of Brisbane City. Interview with Matt's mother, Jill Hall.
Matt is an interesting person in that he is 42 years old, and he's had a remarkable life really, considering how high his support needs are. He lives in his own home and has done for the last 15 years.
Title card reading, Matthew Hollis. Montage of Matt with his dad and support worker Amy, sitting on park bench, chatting and laughing.
He has his dad, who is an ex-marathon runner, who is very involved with Matt, keeping Matt physically fit, and also likes to just spend time with Matt out and about. He has two brothers, Andrew and Richard. Andrew lives in Brisbane and it helps me with direct support from time to time.
Series of old family photographs showing Matt as a child with his younger brothers. Title card reading, Jill Hall, Matt's mother.
My name's Jill Hall and I'm Matt's mother. We first started thinking about Matt moving out of home when he was about 17, 18, I suppose. Prior to that, we just assumed, as we do in our family, that if you want to stay at home, you just stay at home for the rest of your life. You can be there for as long as you want. And I thought that was an ideal arrangement. And then I realised that Matt would be living my life, not his life.
Matt looking towards audience, followed by montage of trees and Matt walking across bridge, smiling and waving.
Took a lot of work, took a lot of time. About 9 years, I think. Matt was 27 when he moved out of home for the first time. So it was not an easy thing to do, but it's worked. We laid good foundations thanks to other families helping us along the way. One of the things about having Matt living in a home of his own is that we have had to accept that it's not a set and forget arrangement, which I was always hoping it would be. We've had to be fairly flexible because Matt's life has changed, and so therefore we have to plan accordingly and accept that things are going to change.
Sheets of paper with details of Matt's planning. Matt sitting with his mum, communicating using non-verbal communication.
So what we do, we sit down and we develop, in consultation with everybody that's in Matt's life, what we can do to make his life better and how we can make changes. It can't be a spontaneous thing with Matt. We have to plan it and plan it in detail. So we have allied health workers who have input. We have a clinical psychologist who has input, OT as well, and of course the family who are experts in Matt, all coming together and making decisions about what we can do to make life fresh and vibrant. Every year we look at 10 aspects of Matt's life, because Matt can't talk. He can only tell us how he likes things by how he participates.
Footage of Matt in his work van. Montage of Matt collecting bags of bottles to deliver to recycling centre.
We've always encouraged Matt to contribute to his community. He is very, very much involved in his work. So most of the things that Matt does in his life has some component around making a contribution. And that's always been very important to us. And Matt enjoys that. He enjoys being useful, being helpful. So the 10 aspects of Matt's life that we look at when we're planning include his home life, work, personal growth, spirituality, his health and well-being, the support, the type of support he requires, his relationships with family and friends, his actual friendships, community relations like service providers and people in his local community, And there's one other.
Floating text overlaying footage of Matt in his work van. Text listing the 10 aspects of Matt's life.
Oh, recreation. The other one's recreation, yes, which he doesn't have a lot of time for. He should have more time for that, shouldn't he?
Matt delivering plastic bottles at recycling centre.
He has a busy life out in the community. He works three to 5 days a week, and sometimes he works on the weekends if there's work to be done for other people.
Montage of Matt in his home, drinking a cup of tea with his friend and family visitor, Erin.
I also have a family visitor now, and the family visitor is an ex-support worker who was with Matt for many years and who Matt just loves and adores.
Erin speaking with Matt. Interview with Erin.
So I'm Aaron Shambrook. I started as a disability support worker back in 2010. That was my first kind of journey into such a role. I did that for 5 years before moving on to just a friendship role with Maddie, and now my current role is a family visitor role.
Interview with Jill continues.
Now he has Matt's best interest at heart. When I'm unable to continue leading the ship, so to speak, he steps in and he takes over and takes on the work that I do for Matt.
Montage of Matt with his mum in his home. Interview with Erin continues.
Knowing Maddie for the time that I've been with him, and it's been 12 years now, you just learn lots of wonderful things, and that can really help guide any new staff or current staff.
External shot of Matt's home. Interview with Jill continues.
So when he comes home, it's like a place that he can just relax and not have too much to do.
Matt places his mug in the sink, collects his bag, and walks towards the front door.
I'm 70 now, so it's time for me to take a step back and enjoy what's left of my life. Matt probably appreciates me not being so actively involved in his life, as would anyone who's 42 years old.
Scenery overlooking suburb with sun setting and clouds along the horizon. Image fades to black. Text. With thanks to Matthew, Jill, and their families and support workers for sharing their stories with us. This film was created on the lands of the Turrbal and Jagera people. Closing slide graphic text. Produced by Community Resource Unit for My Home, My Way. www.myhomemyway.com.au. This video was part of the National Alliance of Capacity Building Organisations My Home, My Way project. This video was funded by the Australian Government Department of Social Services. NACBO makes every effort to provide accurate and up-to-date material. However, information is subject to change, and our material is for reference only. Logos, Community Resource Unit, My Home, My Way, and NACBO.